I've worked in law, politics, investment banking, and ran my own businesses. And I've advised the US, South Korean, and Chinese governments. How does the world see China? How does China see the world? I'm Einar Tangen. Find out on Tangen on China, a special series during the 2 sessions. China has had the single most successful response in terms of health, economics, of any large country in the world. China minimized the total number of infected cases to less than what many developed countries have had in a single day. Its economy is the only large economy to grow in 2020. Yet the rhetoric from the international press and leaders of developed countries is a daily drumbeat of blame China for COVID-19. Donald Trump branded COVID-19 as, quote, the China virus, end quote, and, quote, Kung flu, end quote. Other politicians have hinted darkly about, quote, making China pay, end quote. Wild conspiratorial stories repeated by senior government officials have said COVID-19 was created in a lab and deliberately or accidentally unleashed on the world. Despite a clear statement that this is not the case by WHO epidemiologists and infectious disease experts, there have been no apologies or retractions. So why is it that so many can be so easily duped into believing these obvious paranoid conspiracies? The simple answer is China's success over the last 40 years with its centralized socialist capitalism has made democratic capitalist countries nervous. If you believe you have the ultimate and only sustainable political and economic system, but someone else who has a different system consistently does better than you, you can either question your assumptions or assume the other side is somehow cheating. Obviously, based on the statements of many developed country leaders and the international press, this is the route that they have taken. While China has taken on poverty, climate change, and the environment, while attending to its economic interests, much of the world has done little but complain about China's rise, while openly advancing political and economic military plans to contain China. The reality is, politicians have been using China as a convenient scapegoat to distract public attention from their own disastrous mismanagement of the COVID-19 pandemic. And because powerful leaders from developed countries took the lead in criticizing China, they make it easier for smaller, less wealthy countries to add their voices to the mob. So let's look at China's performance on this timeline versus several major countries. This is data compiled from ourworldindata.org, beginning in February of last year. On the chart are countries including the United States, Russia, India, and the United Kingdom. That blue line on the bottom, that's China. Here are charts showing confidence of different peoples in their governments. This is data collected from a poll carried out in 2020 by Edelman, a US-based marketing firm. It shows 82% of participants from China trust their government. That's compared to 53% in Canada, 47% in the US and Australia, and 42% in the UK. So what does this mean for China? China will continue to be a political scapegoat until others accept that its success is not based on cheating, but planning and hard work. So, what does this mean for the rest of the world? The rest of the world needs to accept China for what it is able to do and stop thinking that, quote, containing China, end quote, is an answer. China's ability to plan and react has been shown to be superior. It doesn't mean that countries should copy China. Merely examine it as a case study.